like to invite everyone to please focus their attention to the screen for our evacuation plan in case of emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall be starting our opening program in 5 minutes. Kindly settle to your seats. We also have live streaming of this event for those interested to catch the event and watch the opening online. Just log on to the website www.nstw.dost.gov.ph. Thank you. The SLSU band is the oldest, most active, and most popular school band in the province of Quezon. Founded in 1965, the band was known as the Lukban National High School before it became the Southern Luzon State University, or SLSU. The band is a favorite in Quezon Province and nearby provinces as they play a variety of tunes from march music, symphonic, and ballroom to pop and other current hits with movements and drills incorporated in their music. SLSU band is often invited to schools, community affairs, festivities, religious celebrations, even cultural shows, but they have been tapped at national athletic events such as the congressional, provincial, regional, and in the yearly Palarong Pambansa. Everyone, please rise for the Philippine National Anthem to be led by the Southern Luzon State University Band. Please remain standing as we pause for a minute of silence and prayer for the passing of our national scientist, Dr. Teodulo Tapasio. He was known for his many contributions to the veterinary medicine in the country. We encourage everyone in the audience to please join in the singing of the doxology.
There's no
needed. Ladies and gentlemen, our Master of Ceremonies for the 2019 National Science and Technology Week, the Executive Director of DOST's Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, Dr. Jimmy C. Montoya.
Thank you, and a pleasant morning to everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to our 2019 National Science and Technology Week, which happens around this time of the year, which is the Department of Science and Technology's biggest event and singular opportunity to bring to the fore the fruits of science as well as their benefits to the people. By people, we mean not just the ones involved in science, but also those that create jobs, ease or uplift the marginalized, and more importantly, find ways by which these benefits can be enjoyed by the greater majority of Filipinos through the years. Our theme for this year's National Science Technology Week is forward-looking, as it aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations. More specifically, the theme, the essence of which is science for the people, is successfully targeting towards enabling technologies for sustainable development. Such idea of sustainability does not only ring true for less developed nations, but around the world as well, because progress must be ensured for succeeding generations. You shall see later that the advanced looking and interactive exhibits were carefully conceptualized and mounted by our employees, and how science and technology interventions respond in different ways to achieve these goals. Ladies and gentlemen, let us feast with our senses through the wonders of science and technology. Let's take a step into the future.
Life-changing, transformative, revolutionary. For decades, the Department of Science and Technology has pushed the limits of our capabilities in science and technology. And in a world that is constantly evolving, where technology and innovations dominate all aspects of our lives, DOST continues to push limits, finding ways to not just keep up with trends, but also to discover new ways of doing things. Taking the lead in setting the direction in science and technology in the country. DOST celebrates every victory, telling stories of perseverance and persistence, of overcoming obstacles and hurdles, and of creating change that makes an impact on the lives of Filipinos. DOST converges the old and the new, combining the solid rhythms of traditions and customs with the unpredictable beat of the future.
It has been DOST's long-term mission to reassure that scientific and technological advancements will bring social and economic benefits to Filipinos. We do this through our research and development programs, through our technology transfer programs that will accelerate the adoption and use of technology, particularly for productivity improvement. We also offer technical services in various forms, which includes services that are intended for disaster risk reduction. And we have our human resource development program that will prepare our human resources for scientific and technological development.
The DOST champions science and technology for Filipinos, helping them see how life can be easier and better. Several councils and institutes work to make this happen. The sectoral planning councils on agriculture, health, and industry support, and encourage R&D work and support activities. While 7 R&D institutes actively pursue DOST's research and development functions on various scientific disciplines.
Through research and development, we went beyond our traditional capabilities and opened doors to possibilities for progress, such as the hybrid electric train that is built for the Philippine National Railway, the Tuklas Lunas program for drug discovery and development from Philippine biodiversity, the agricultural research in animal breeding to produce pure lines for livestock such as chicken, ducks, and pigs, and actinobacteria that can kill superbugs.
Science is made more accessible and relevant for our people with the help of the Science and Technology Service Institution, providing a wide array of assistance to clients and other stakeholders.
Science is for everyone, and everyone should benefit from science. And we find ways to make science less intimidating, more interesting, and more inclusive. So we have at the department programs for the stakeholders, for the citizenry. And we have scholarships for the young to make them globally competitive and to prepare them as future leaders.
2 advisory bodies provide guidance on suitable directions as well as issues of science and technology in the country.
The Philippines is prone to many natural hazards that are related to weather, climate, and geophysical events like earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. The Department of Science and Technology is leading the country's science, technology, and innovation programs to make our communities safer and resilient to these various hazard-causing phenomena. We do this through the following. First, to understand the risk by developing and setting up monitoring networks, by understanding the hazards, the areas that will be affected, and how communities will be affected. And more importantly, to warn and communicate the information to the communities.
As advancements in the fields of science, technology, and innovation continue, the inequalities in developments among our people becomes more and more apparent. While those in the metro cities and developed urban areas can take advantage of these developments, our people from the rural areas lag behind. Hence, personnel from our 16 regional offices and 80 provincial science and technology centers work hard to address this gap and use science, technology, and innovation as tools to improve the lives of our people wherever they are.
Lives have changed for the better, communities have transformed, and mindsets have undergone a revolution. And as the country continues to rise above the challenges of a changing world, DOST remains committed to staying relevant and updated with developments abroad, and to forging new partnerships and resource sharing in the region and beyond.
We'd like to pave the way for opportunities in science, technology, innovation through an enhanced partnership in order to improve Philippine science, technology, innovation standing in the international community.
But for these victories to be truly life-changing, transformative, and revolutionary, DOST continues to work towards ensuring that science and technology benefit everyone, where innovation shapes a society that is truly inclusive, and no one is left behind, where the wisdom of the old fuse with the discovery of the new, where science and technology are used to uplift those who are in need, and the fruits of science and discoveries are shared and enjoyed by all. Life-changing, transformative, revolutionary, one that is truly science for the people.
In this administration's priority to provide a comfortable and secure life for the Filipino, rest assured that you have my full support in empowering individuals and bringing our country towards greater heights. I trust that you will be with me as we work together in establishing a brighter and better future for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to give you the man at the helm, the father of the Department of Science and Technology. We've known him to be an engineer, a professor, and a civil servant. He's the #1 advocate and crusader for science and technology and for the program for the science for the people. Last year, he sang for us on this stage. Today, he sang again. But more than that, he is now a radio and TV personality. He is the main anchor of the broadcast program Sikat and DOST TV sa radyo, airing weekly on national TV and radio. Friends in science, here is our beloved Secretary, Secretary Fortunato Boy P. de la Peña.
Thank you very much, Dr. Montoya. Special greetings to Department of Education Secretary Leonor Briones, who is representing our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte in this event, to our national scientist Lourdes Cruz, to Congressman Ron Salo from the House of Representatives, to members of the Diplomatic Corps and other foreign guests, co-workers in government, members of the academe, workers in our research and development institutions, partners and friends from business and industry, our civil society representatives, and members of media. On behalf of the Department of Science and Technology family, I am very pleased to welcome all of you to this year's opening ceremonies of the National Science and Technology Week. The National Science and Technology Week is a yearly celebration of the Department of Science and Technology that showcases to the public the various initiatives of the department in addressing the pressing needs of society. In last year's celebration of National Science and Technology Week, we walked you through the various technologies and researches as well as services of the local science and technology community in various areas of people's lives, such as science and technology in the home, in school, and in the workplace. We showed to various audiences how science and technology works in places they are all familiar with. True enough, our audiences realized at the National Science and Technology Week celebration how science and technology are woven into the fabric of people's everyday lives. This year, we took the National Science and Technology Week to a higher level, but still anchored on the everyday life of Filipinos. This year's theme, Science for the People, Enabling Technologies for Sustainable Development, makes us look into how science and technology help us achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. We feature in our exhibits, you will find the whole area, 8 clusters featuring technologies, research outputs, and services that respond to the following. The first cluster is food security, energy, and the environment. The second cluster is aging society, health, and medical care. The third cluster is on human resources development. The fourth cluster is equity and growth in the countryside. This is very important because this is one of the things that the President is highlighting as far as development priorities are concerned. The fifth cluster is on biodiversity and the sustainable use of natural resources. The sixth cluster is on sustainable cities and communities. The seventh is on resilience and innovation. And the last one is on international linkages. All of these goals point to a better and more sustainable future for the Philippines, and in fact, the whole planet. The exhibits you will see here showcase our efforts to end poverty and other deprivations while improving health and education, reducing inequality, and spurring economic growth while at the same time tackling climate change and working to preserve our natural resources. This 5-day annual event is jam-packed with very exciting events designed for various audiences. For the young ones, we have activities and features that will engage their active minds and bodies, interactive po. For entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, and students, we offer a horde of opportunities that they can check out for maximum benefits. For those who seek wellness, we have R&D and services that enable them to have better health and better quality of life. At the National Science and Technology Week, there is something for everyone. This is one of our ways of bringing science to the people. This year's celebration is also unique as we launch a special project that will complement DOST's services. I'm referring to something we have not done before. We are now launching our DOST brand ambassador who can communicate better to the young people. Again, I welcome all of you here at the 2019 National Science and Technology Week. Please feel free to visit all of our exhibits and participate in the open events. When you go back to your homes and workplaces, we hope that you will feel refreshed with your experience. But before I end, I would like to, with pride, I would like to recognize the presence of Senator Francis Tolentino. So, with our NSTW experience, I can say that there is hope in the Philippines because of science and technology. Good morning, welcome, and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Secretary Fortunato Boy T. de la Peña. Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you back to the Southern Luzon State University Band.
Pwede raw din.